Yo, yo, yo. What's happening? You alright or what? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Happy big Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. How are we doing, everyone? Choco Plays. Good evening, Choco Plays. And Magoop and Ash as well. Hello, everyone. Let's get you some early birds in the chat to start with. There we go. And we'll do the shout outs in a second as well because, full disclosure, I am gonna record this, okay, and then potentially might upload it to YouTube in like a day or two, just so we can get some input from people on YouTube as well. So if you wanted to suggest anything, if you're watching this there, pop it down below in the comments, and we'll look through that as well. So you can have a little bit of a voice too. Let me change my tab real quick, just so that when we go over to what we're gonna be using in a second. It's already there, and you don't see a different tab. Because you know what I'm like. I'll only forget to change over. Let's start off with the shout outs, I guess, right? I'll get Goop first of all, and then Ash as well. Happy Big Tuesday. How are we all doing? Choosy
What are you
Teasy.
doing, sir?
Oh,
Sir?
oh, it's interesting that it chose this clip. Interesting
I
indeed.
thought I was in his way, but no, he's just
Look at that
having
guy.
his own fun.
Do you know what this that clip needs? It needs meat spin playing over it. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Is it? It is indeed. I'll explain myself momentarily. But let's get Ash a shout out as well. Why is it interesting? Oh, this is what's that game? Hellblade. Who said that?
Off.
Oh, it was in the it was in the shout out.
Oh, sorry, let me
It was in the shout out. I thought someone played the sheep. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. It got me. It got me. All right. I know, right? I know. What we're gonna do today, all right? I think my camera's off again. Let me bring that up a bit. There we go. That might be a little bit better. I don't know. But what we're gonna be doing today, I don't know how long we're gonna be streaming for. Okay, no games today. No video games today. Okay. We're gonna be having a discussion about some things. We're quickly approaching 300 followers here on Twitch. Okay, we're 10 away as of time of recording. It hasn't fluctuated at all since yesterday, like it tends to do sometimes. It drops down one or two and then back up every now and then. But we're currently 10 away, and I made a promise this year that if we hit 300 before January kicks in of next year, so January 1st, 2024, I will gift 50 of you at random. I will gift 50 subs, okay? 50 of you will get a sub from me, from yours truly. But that aside, if we don't hit that milestone in time, okay, we're still going to do a bunch of cool stuff. And one of those things, I'm going to be doing various different polls across all the various places that we use. So, i.e., that would probably be in YouTube, Twitter, and in the chat. We're going to do polls, about five games in the poll on what we're going to play for the 300 follower stream. And that's what we're here to do today, is decide what 5 games we're going to put in that poll. I'm using Topsters, which is usually used for when people are like choosing their top games of all time. But I'm going to use that because it's a nice and easy way of visually deciding what we're going to do. I've put, hang on, bear with me. I've put 8 in there already, okay? And what I'm aiming to do today is together, myself and you guys, agreeing on 5 games that we're going to put in that poll, okay? So I've put 8 in there already. Some I'm not going to use, and I'll explain why. But I think it was worth just putting them up there visually at the moment to explain some things about my decisions. But that's not to say that that's final yet, okay? I'm going to take suggestions off you guys, your feedback as well, what you might want me to see, want to see me play, etc., etc. So that's the purpose of today. I don't know how long it's going to take, okay? But we'll have a good old chin wag. We'll have a good old chat. and see exactly what we're gonna do for 300 follower stream. Okay, and this is regardless as well. So even if we don't get there by January, we'll do a whole bunch of other fun stuff as well, including what we're gonna decide today. But let's hop over to have a look, shall we? And that's why it's interesting, Goop, because you can see right there at the top it says Oblivion. It's rather dark though, right? Is that? It's okay, right? It's okay. You can see it pretty well, I'm guessing. Now, so these are the games so far. Oblivion is pretty self-explanatory, right? Because people seem to really want me to play Oblivion. Goop in particular is one of those. She's mentioned that on a number of times. Gungeon as well. I put into the Gungeon up there because that is by far the game that people recommend that I play the most. So many people recommend that I play that game, so I thought I'd throw it in there as well. Okay, just because I get suggested so many times, okay? I get so many people suggest that game to me. I thought I'd throw it in there too, right? I think it's worth saying as well, though, just to be clear and transparent, we're going to play all of these games at some point in the future, okay? But what we'll do is we'll pick one of these games to play for the 300 mark, Now, The Witcher as well is something that I've owned. It's been in my back catalogue for flipping years and years and years, and I've never played, but I only ever hear good things about The Witcher. So, should we get the chat up? Should we get the chat up on screen? That would be nice, right? That would be nice. Let's pop you guys there. Why isn't that working? Hold on, let me test that. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's just a little behind, I guess. Let's pop it over by here out of the way as well. So we can see your guys, what you're saying and your input. Right by there. There we go. Okay, that'll do nicely. So yeah. Where was I? Witcher, right? Yeah, I've never played that game, and I've only ever heard great things about it. So we put that there. We don't... Remember, these top 5 games here are the ones that are going to go in, but that's not final as it stands right now. I can take games out and swap them around. We can even do a search here. I'll just search Skyrim because it's the first thing that pops to mind. And then we can pop Skyrim over here and then switch it all around. So this is the purpose of the stream today, is to come up with the final 5 games at the top there that we're going to use. I don't know how to delete them. So, I guess, all right, that just disappeared. Okay, cool. Because that was the VR version of Skyrim as well, which we won't be able to play because I don't own a VR headset. So that's definitely out of the question. But yeah, so these are my picks. But like I say, you can suggest whatever you like, and we'll talk about it. Red Dead, I really fancied playing that recently, like a few months back, and it ended up being on sale. So I picked it up, and we still haven't gotten around to playing that. So I've thrown that in there as well. Now, I want to talk about Dragon Age and Mass Effect, okay? Because the Mass Effect trilogy is something that's been on my... you might have heard me mention recently that I've been thinking about a game series a lot, right? A lot. And I haven't really said what it was. Mass Effect. Mass Effect has been on my mind so much lately. And I adore these 3 games, right? I bloody love Mass Effect trilogy. But the thing is with Mass Effect trilogy is when we've tried this in the past. It was really early on, just after I started streaming, actually. And I stopped playing it at number 1 because at the time I felt like it wasn't really gaining any traction. It was early days, though. It was early days, just after I started streaming, really. And the way we were playing through it, I was doing a Renegade run, and I was calling the playthrough Commander Shepard is a jerk. I think I really limited myself to, backed myself into a corner playing it that way. And it was early days. So that might have been why I felt like there was very little interest in the streams when we were playing it. But I don't want to put this in the poll. And the reason is, we'll play it one day. We'll play all of these games one day, like I say. But the reason is, I want it to be more of when we do play through the Mass Effect trilogy, I would love to do it in a way where it's more of an interactive experience, where you guys have complete control over every decision that we make throughout the trilogy, which is easy enough to do for number one. Number one, fantastic. We can do that. Where it gets complicated is 2 and 3, because 2 and 3, I don't know if you're familiar with the Mass Effect games, but you basically got Paragon and Renegade, right? And which type of Shepherd you want to play. You want to play a heroic goody two-shoes, you go Paragon, right? If you want to play a bit of a bad boy, bad girl, if you're playing a femme shep, kind of Shepherd, you go Renegade, right? And then you build up, your bar fills up for either one. And then in some of the cutscenes, you get reactionary, they're like QTEs in a way, but depending on whether you've got enough points in Paragon or you've got enough points in Renegade, certain cutscenes will have a trigger pull up. It'll be on the one side in blue for the Paragon if you've got the points, and there's a Paragon option there, or it'll be on the other side of the screen for the left trigger with the Renegade, and it could mean it could alter things. You could be like in like a standoff, holding guns against certain characters, and the Renegade option might flash up. It's very reactionary, so you've got like a second or two to react to it and pull the trigger, and that might mean that you choose to shoot the person, and then that person's dead for the entire trilogy. So it has really, really profound effects on the story as well. But you have to have a certain amount. You have to have enough points in one or the other, and they're very, very reactionary. That's the thing that's tripping me up. I don't know how we would handle that aspect. The rest of it's fine. A lot of Mass Effect choices and how things play out come down to like dialogue and things like that. And it's only 2 and 3 that have these special QTEs that are very reactionary. I hear that Mass Effect's on crowd control. I don't know much about crowd control other than what I've seen on Toothpick streams. From what I gather, though, you can choose things through that add-on on the stream, and even spend your points there, channel points if you want to. Depending on how that works, I'm going to look into that. And one day we'll do that. We'll do like a Mass Effect Legendary Edition trilogy playthrough where you choose everything. Everything down to class, down to whether we're a male shep or a femme shep, whether we're renegade, what to do in dialogue choices. And then I won't have a say in any of it. You guys will just choose everything that plays out, okay? Everything that plays out in that game, which means that characters might die in one game and then they won't be in the next game, so things will happen differently, or you'll choose one option over the other, which has a profound effect on later games all the way through the trilogy. That's how that game works. From number 1 to number 3, your choices really matter, and it'll affect the outcome of the whole trilogy. And I think that would be pretty fun, but I haven't yet figured out how to do that in a way in which I want to do, where it's completely interactive, and you guys in the chat, you decide everything that we do, and I will accept that. And that's what we'll do. Because whenever I play Mass Effect in my own time, I do it the same way every time. Full Paragon, Romance Liara. Every time. Even if I'm like, there's a meme, right? And it's like, oh, I'm going to play Mass Effect again for like the 100th time. And then the other person's shouting at him like, you'll only pick all the same things anyway. What's the point? And he's like, no, I might not. And then they have an argument, start throwing chairs. It's a bit of a meme. But every Mass Effect player, or majority of them, every time they play through that game, they do the same thing every time. Always an infiltrator, always Paragon, always Romance Liara. But this time around, when we do stream it, when we do get around streaming it, I want it to be completely up to you, what we do. Completely up to you. And I need to figure that out, how we're going to do that with that sort of reactionary, almost like a QTE system that 2 and 3 have. And that's the only thing that's tripping me up at the moment. I'm going to look into crowd control, though, and see what that's like. See exactly how that works with the chat deciding that. Hey HBJ, sorry I did see you there. I was just finishing my sentence though. But how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming along. Let's give you a shout out as well.
Yes! And that's how
We
it's
still
done.
need to get
And
you
I'm
more
the best
clips,
video
dude.
gamer ever, and you all saw it right here. This was my first try. I've never seen this boss before, and it goes down just like that. All you gotta do is
That
hit
boss
it
is so
and
gross.
not get hit.
I remember
That's
that boss. We're gonna make that our mission though, right? Go and follow HBJ because one, he's awesome, plays a lot of RPGs, and really nice vibes over in his chat as well. Really chill guy, really nice guy. I'm adamant that he's a secret agent though, because he's always flying around. He's always flying around for work. He's always waiting in airports, and I'm on to you, HBJ. I think you're an undercover agent. But go and follow him, right? And go and make him some new clips as well. He needs some new clips. Let's make that our mission. HBJ, I love this clip. I'm so glad I got it into my shout out. We gotta get you more, buddy. We're gonna get you more. I promise. We'll make that our mission. Goop, laugh my ass off. That's like me with any character. I always be the same kind. Yeah, see, Goop knows. Goop knows. It's like me as well. Almost every one of my first playthroughs in a new game, I'm guaranteed to play a stealth character, right? Stealth is my jam. So yeah, I'm guaranteed to do that first and foremost. But Mass Effect especially though, you just fall into like you just fall into this way of playing where you're like, oh, I really want to play it differently, but I love playing it this way, you know. So yeah, it's kind of a meme. I'm always Infiltrator class, always Male Shepherd, always Romance Liara, always Paragon, full Paragon. Every single time. Intentional or not. Intentional or not. Stealth is the best. Stealth is the best, right? Stealth is the best. HPJ agrees as well. Stealth Archer for life. Stealth Archer for life. But that's basically, we'll put Mass Effect out of the way, okay? Because that's out of all of these games on this list here, that is one that we're definitely going to put a pin in until I can figure out exactly what I want to do with it, okay? Because like I said, I would really love to play through the series again, especially on stream. I adore those 3 games. They're really, really special to me and close to my heart. But I want to do it properly. I'm going to need to research that a bit more and see exactly how we can make that an interactive experience with you guys in the chat. Because I think that would be really fun. I think that would be really fun, right? You make all my decisions for me. I can't second guess you. I can't like go, but I really want to romance Liara because she's the best, and you'd be like, no. Do you know what I mean? I could probably like when it comes to like class choosing and stuff, that would be something where I would like give my kind of like advice on it, because some of the classes obviously work better than others. And thing is as well, if you're carrying that same character throughout the 3 games, the classes can, like for example, the Adept class, right? That's basically all the biotics, which biotics in Mass Effect is basically like space magic, right? It's like all gravity stuff. So you lift people, you throw them, all with your biotic powers. It's god tier in number 1, and then it's trash in number 2. So, you know, there are classes that are consistently fun to play throughout. Some that might not be perform so well in one game compared to the others. So, you know, I can give my input there, for example. But when it comes to choices, narratively, I'll be like, I'll let you take the reins. I'll let you take the reins. But anyway, being as that's out of the question, okay, that leads me to another BioWare game, an absolute classic, Dragon Age. Now, this came up with an old friend of mine from back in the day, who I've been thinking about quite a bit lately, actually. That was our old friend Bam. I haven't heard from Bam for a long time, and for anyone who doesn't know, I wasn't around at the time. Bam is a gentleman who was from Iran, and some heavy stuff went down in that country, and he started showing up less and less, and I haven't heard from him for a long old time. And if Bam is out there or he does hear this, I hope you're doing all right, buddy, and I I hope you're safe and well, okay? Because Bam was a really, really nice dude. He was a really, really cool dude. And he would say, "Oh, I'd love it if you play Dragon Age Origins." And I've played Dragon Age Origins. I played it a long old time ago back on the Xbox 360. I've played Origins, I played 2, and I played Inquisition, and I love all 3 of them. Less so much 2, but that's kind of like a general opinion of 2. It's not the best one of the 3, but I do love the other 2, and I haven't played this game in such a long time. It was back on the 360 I played it. It's more of, if you're not familiar, it's kind of BioWare's take on a more traditional style Western RPG game. It's sort of, it's not so much action adventure. It's more like you got a party of 4, you issue commands, that type of game. It's real time as well, if I'm not mistaken, but you can pause to bring up your wheel, classic, BioWare style. Pick your commands to your party, etc., etc. It's got a really fun story, a really good game in general. I haven't played it in a long old time. The last time I played it was on 360 as well, and I would really like to play it again, but I'd also really like to play it on PC this time, because I'd like to play. That's the kind of game I would like to try on mouse and keyboard. Because of all the, rather than like controllers bringing up wheels and stuff and pausing the game, you can bind it all to like the number keys and stuff, like pretty much like you do with like other RPG style games or MMOs on PC. So I would really, really like to put that in, if you guys agree. So yeah, that's why that's there, and I think because that's like kind of like BioWare's 2 main franchises, are Mass Effect and Dragon Age. They're kind of like, think about Bethesda and Fallout and Elder Scrolls almost. Okay, being as that we can't do what I would like to do with Mass Effect, I would like to put Dragon Age there instead, because I think that would be cool. I think that would be cool. Goop, yeah, I hope he's doing okay. I think about him too every so often. Yeah, me too, and I hope he is doing okay. All of a sudden, he just like kind of I didn't hear from him for a long time, and I hope he's all right. And Bam, if you're out there, take care, buddy. Okay, I hope you are well, and I hope you're okay. But yeah, that's why we'll put Dragon Age in there, and kind of in honor of Bam as well, I guess. Who always used to say, "Oh, I'd really like to see you play Dragon Age," so kind of in honor of him as well. So that's why that's up there. And then now we come to a few stragglers, if you will, for lack of a better term. Okay, Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma is one of those other games that's been in my pile of shame for the longest time. I own a physical copy of this game on PS3. That's how long it's been in my backlog. I've got it again. I think I've got the re-release on Xbox, if I'm not mistaken. When it got re-released with all the DLC and everything included. So I've got a more modern digital copy on Xbox. So this has been in my backlog for many, many, many years. And it's Capcom. I flipping love Capcom, right? As we all know. And it just seems like a really, really cool action RPG. And I've fancied it for the longest time. Now, I found out more about this game semi-recently, because, as we know, there's a sequel coming out next year. So all the more better reason to play this one, I guess. But there's a few other things. Like, the developers commented on the environments. And the environments in this game were inspired by Welsh countryside. And, of course, I'm Welsh. I'm from Wales, UK. So I was like, oh, dang, that's fucking sick. You know what I mean? And I already really wanted to play this game anyway. So, I mean, that's up there. At the moment, it's not on the top row. But like I said, this isn't final. This is the purpose of the stream, is to finalize what's going to go in this poll for 300 follows. So I'm putting that in there as a maybe, okay? Because I would really, really like to play this game. I'd just like to reiterate as well, every single game that you see here, we're going to play eventually, okay? I say this all the time, but we're never in danger of running out of games to play on this channel. There's always going to be games to play, okay? So all of these games that you see here, we will play whether that's in the near future or the distant future, we're gonna play all of these games. I promise you that much. But I would like to put that in the running. But then I also, there's not enough room. We're gonna limit ourselves to 5. I think we can do polls with more options than that, but I don't want to get too crazy. Okay, we'll keep it we'll keep it reasonable, for lack of a better term, and we're gonna settle on five options in this poll. HBJ Dragon's Dogma is one of my favorite games, dude. It looks so good. I've wanted to play it for the longest time. I've owned it since PS3. I've got an actual physical disc copy on PS3, and that's how long I've wanted to play this game. Never got around to doing it though, never once. So, if don't forget as well, this is just as much your decision as it is mine. Okay, you can, even if you think that it'd be really cool for me to play one of your favorite games, you think I would like it and it'll be a cool time, I'll even take suggestions, like up here, like I demonstrated earlier. We can type in anything here. Let's pick something really daft, right? Resident Evil 6. See, I told you daft, right? Daft. Resident Evil 6. There we go. We could put that in the mix. Anything you like. With this, with topsters.org, we can pick any video game and put it up here, and then figure it out and get this top row here figured out by the end of the stream, and then that's going to be our final decision, what's going in the poll. I'll put polls up on Twitter, on YouTube, and we'll do one in the chat at some point as well. And I'll add, just like we did with Fallout, I'll add them all together, reveal the winner, and that's what we'll play for 300 follows. I vote to replace The Witcher with Dragon's Dogma for the moment. Okay. All right, that's sound. I don't know what I'm getting in for with The Witcher either, see, because I never played that game. It's just another game that I've owned for like years and years and years and years and years. I got it I think I got like the whole Game of the Year version with all the DLC and everything included. I think I got on sale 5-ish years ago, and I've just never played it. So I don't know what to expect with The Witcher. I just hear really, really good things about The Witcher. I hear really, really good things about The Witcher. We can do polls today. We can do like mini polls today. So, if maybe it'll be better to do it that way. Let's do a quick poll. Half is like a kind of test and half kind of serious, right? Can I do? Oh, minimum 2. Okay. So, I'll just call it game, because I lack of a better thing. So, Dragon's Dogma or Witcher 3. Okay, and we'll put that up for not 10 minutes. That's too long. Let's put it up for 2 minutes, right? There we go. All right, so that's up there now, right? And there you go. We've already got Goop's vote on that. Dang, I forgot. We're looking at my tabs. I forgot about that. I gotta be careful with that. I haven't got anything dodgy on my tabs up here. All I've got is, I'll show you. I've got my Twitch page. I've got Stream Manager. And then I've got Dashboard for sound alerts and Stream Elements open as well. But I forget that you're gonna be able to see whatever tab I click on. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, at the moment we'll put Dragon's Dogma in place of The Witcher then. And then if anyone disagrees with that decision, it looks like Dragon's Dogma is really clearly ahead. Okay, so Dragon's Dogma is going up there. I figure, right, I gather that you guys are happy with Oblivion. You guys must be happy with Oblivion, right? I gotta be honest with you. I get the feeling that Oblivion's just gonna win the whole thing anyway. That's the feeling I get. But who knows? I could be wrong. I've been planning this for a little while, and in the back of my mind, I've just been like, why? Because Oblivion's gonna win anyway, right? No one better vote against Oblivion. Yeah, Oblivion's probably gonna run away with it, but it's fun. It's fun. Well, at least this way as well. There's like you know, you're choosing. It's up to you. It's up to you guys, rather than just myself. I think Dragon's Dogma is taking it. In all honesty, we've got 67 to 33. Can I bring this over? No, I can't. I can't. Oop. I can't. There's no way of bringing this over, is there? So you can see it on screen. No, there's not. All right, never mind. You'll have to take my word for it. I wouldn't lie to you, chat. I wouldn't lie to you. Dragon's Dogma wins with 67%. So I think we've got our second game locked in then. Dragon's Dogma, which is fine. Which is fine. If you're not happy with Witcher 3 being taken out, maybe we can replace it something else with Witcher 3. Or even if it doesn't make it into the final row. Like I said, we'll be playing these games at some point anyway, okay? We'll be playing all of these games, whether it's just further down the line or whatever. We will be playing all of these games. Don't worry about that. So, Gungeon. It's probably the most different game on this list, okay? It's like a procedurally generated, like, top-down dungeon crawling bullet hell. But I brought this up and I put this here because this game is by far, by a country mile, okay? Roguelike Light, that's the one Choco plays, you know. This game is by far, by a country mile, it's the game I get most recommended than any other. I think people want me to play Oblivion the most, but I think people recommend this game more than any other game ever. It's unbelievable how many times I've been recommended that I play this game. That's by people in the chat, people IRL, friends. I get recommended that I play this game so much, so many times. And I think, unless anyone's got any, like, objections, I think that's going to be a solid lock-in as well. What do you guys say? Magoop, Dragon's Dogma has been recommended to me before, but I don't know anything about it. Think like it's like third-person action RPG, but very. It's got some like almost Monster Hunter type. Hey, Colleen, what's up, Colleen? But it's also got some almost like Monster Hunter mechanics. Giant enemies, you climb up on them and you stab them and while you're climbing them and stuff like that. Almost not quite like Shadow of the Colossus big, but yeah, giant enemies that you physically get on and fight them, which is kind of cool. How are you, Colleen? Happy Big Tuesday. How are we doing? Hope you're doing good. If you need, Colleen, I'll give you a brief explanation on what we're doing right now. No video games today.
And that was creepy as fuck. And the way
so Mad Max, this is recent, right?
Little spider noises. Oh my god. As a fan of Spider-Man, I'm not a fan of spider slash.
I forgot you don't like spiders. I completely forgot that. That's Colleen's only just recently beaten that game, so that's a really recent clip. Colleen, I'm alright, Tar. How are you? I'm very well. I got a full belly, because I had big dinner before we started. And I'm excited to talk about what we're talking about today. Just give you like a kind of post-it note version, Colleen, where this top row here, Oblivion and Dragon's Dogma, and I think Gungeon are pretty much locked in at this point. But these final 5 that we end up with at the top here, we're going to throw in a poll, which I'll do on Twitch, not on Twitch, sorry, we're on Twitch, Twitter, the other T, or X, sorry, on X, YouTube, and we'll do one in the chat as well at some point. Between these 5 games, I'll add all the results together, and that's what we'll be playing for 300 Twitch followers. That's regardless if we hit it before January or not. The January thing, if we hit 300 followers before January, that's just for the 50 gift subs. We'll be doing a whole heap of cool stuff besides that as well, regardless if it's in January, February, or whenever it might be. The gift sub thing is only That's the only January thing. That was the deal. That was the agreement, right, chat? That was the agreement. Me talking about Spider-Man in Baldur's Gate 3. Spider-Man's in Baldur's Gate 3? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean Spider-Man's in Baldur's Gate 3? Well, I guess that's a nice segue, actually. To Baldur's Gate 3. The other day, I figured out how to make it work again. I was having troubles launching Baldur's Gate 3 on my PC, but I figured it out. Basically, I just need to go into the bin folder and launch it through there. Now, it's not perfect, alright? It's not perfect. I think I got a bug, but I think that's a well-known bug from one of the updates, which was easily worked around. I just couldn't talk to some NPCs in one of the parts without right-clicking on them and selecting talk that way. But I get a few visual glitches. Nothing major, nothing game-breaking, okay? Some of them were in the inventory when icons were disappearing or appearing as something else, but then you come out of the inventory, go back in, and it's all sorted again. So little minor, tiny little issues with that game still. But I did say, because I picked this game up on a whim. Never played a Baldur's Gate before, but really, really enjoyed Larian's previous game, which was Divinity Original Sin 2. And I ended up falling in love with Baldur's Gate 3. It's probably my favorite game that's come out this year. It's so good. I haven't played through the entirety of it, but I think I've got a good grasp of its mechanics, how it works, etc., etc. So I would definitely want to stream Baldur's Gate 3 in the future. I don't know whether... if I couldn't get it to work, if it was just not going to work on my PC, I've got around that now, obviously. But if it wasn't going to work, I was just going to pick it up on Xbox when it comes out on Xbox. I might still do that, though. I don't know. Leave it with me, alright? But because it doesn't... It's a bit wobbly. Let's put it that way. It's still a bit wobbly in its performance, okay? So I might still double dip and pick it up again. I really like the game, so I don't actually mind all that much doing that. But I also really like playing Baldur's Gate 3 with a mouse and keyboard. It's just one of those games that's ideal for it. You know what my stance is with video games and mouse and keyboard, right? It's perverse. It's perverse, alright? Playing video games with mouse and keyboard is perverse. But don't worry, I'm not here to kink shame, alright? There are games that I really enjoy on mouse and keyboard, and Baldur's Gate is one of them. Dragon Age, I really, really want to play at some point on mouse and keyboard as well. But by the way, I'm only joking as well. If you play games on mouse and keyboard primarily, that's fine. It's up to you. You do you. Like I said, I'm not here to kink shame. But no, I really like Baldur's Gate 3 on mouse and keyboard. So I don't know. I'll think about that some more. If you really want this to be up in the top row, we'll do it. Okay, we'll just accept. We'll just figure it out. We'll work it out. We'll play it on PC and we'll figure it out. We'll work it out. But ideally, though, I would like a bit more time to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with that. So I would like to put it down here next to Mass Effect, because the Mass Effect is like something that I need to spend more time preparing for and figuring out to make it what I mentioned earlier, where I want it to be an interactive experience where you pick all of my choices. So we'll put it back down here for now. Like I said, if you've got any major disagreements with that, or you were like, oh, I'd really like to see you play Baldur's Gate, actually I would like to vote for that, just let me know, and we can always work things out. Okay, we can always work things out. Half spider, half man, not Spider-Man. Oh. Oh, right. I think I might know who you're on about. What's up with my camera? There we go. It's back. I think I've done that bit. How do I do this without potentially spoiling it for anyone who might be playing it? He's in the lantern guy, right? Is it the lantern guy in that place where you can't stay in the dark? Am I thinking of the right guy? Because I've done that bit. I haven't beaten the game. But I've what happened? I got to a point where I had to make a decision and I didn't want to make it. So I started again. But I'm really happy that I did that though, because I was a wizard, right? And my current playthrough now, I'm a bard, and the bard is by far my favorite class now. The bard is class. I mentioned this before, but as you're basically just throwing insults at people as you're in battle, and some of the lines that your character comes out with as a bard are just I've laughed, like literally laughed out loud, alone here in my room in the dark, and it's so funny. But I figured I found something else out the when I got it to work again, and I was playing it a little bit. You can stand in a take the Grove, the Emerald Grove, for instance, in the first part of the game where all the tieflings live. You can just like start playing, and everyone will gather around you and start like clapping and stuff, and then you'll get like the performance check, and it'll tell you if you fail or pass. And if you pass, they'll all just be there like clapping and going, "Hey, I wish I could play like you," blah 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 blah. And then you stop, and if you've passed the performance check, they'll just throw a gold coin on the floor, and you could pick up a gold coin off everyone who threw one down. And I thought, that's amazing, and I love the bard. The bard's my favorite class in Baldur's Gate 3. It's not only is it super funny, but there's loads of cool things like that, you know. My bard's called Slayer as well, you know, because Slayer, you know, the band. I thought that was cool. I thought that was funny. But the PS5 version of Baldur's Gate 3 is great. Just saying. You know what? I could pick it up there because it's tried and tested there as well. I'm more invested in the Xbox ecosystem than the PS5. That's purely why I lean more towards the Xbox side. Just because since the 360, I've just been more invested in that ecosystem. But there's nothing stopping me from picking it up on PS5. There really isn't. The only thing is though, either or PS5 or Xbox, I can't play with mouse and keyboard. That's the only thing. And I love playing that game with mouse and keyboard. It's really great. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, the guy with the lantern. I know the guy. I wasn't too far past that bit when I stopped playing that character and I started again. So what's that? Act 2? Maybe. That's about not just before where I stopped playing. Just before. I can't believe I thought you meant Spider-Man was actually in Baldur's Gate 3. I was like, what do you mean? Surely there's some copyright infringement there. What's Spider-Man doing in D&D? But yeah, okay. Okay, so any objections to Baldur's Gate not going up in this top row? Any objections, or speak now or forever hold your peace, basically. Cuckoo, what's up, buddy? How we doing? Let's give you a shout out, my friend. Happy Big Tuesday. I have to think about that every time because I'm not used to streaming on Tuesday. In my opinion, it's way better than Dragon Age.
I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight. He's a freaky, sexy demon.
Classic. This is a classic.
And he's clowning in my nightmares.
That's a classic cuckoo clip. Do you know what, HBJ? I'm inclined to agree with you. To a certain extent. I mean, you got to take age into consideration, right? Get it? Age, Dragon Age. But yeah, Baldur's Gate is far better than Dragon Age. But Dragon Age is a great game, and Dragon Age is a game that I want to replay, essentially. But I'm not against replacing Dragon Age with Baldur's Gate. Should we put it down to a poll? Let's do that. Right, you're gonna see my stream manager a second, okay? Right, oh, there we go. I can prove to you. There we go. Dragon's Dogma did win. Okay, I wasn't lying. Let's do a new poll. Call it Game 2, right? And we'll go Dragon Age. Or what was the other one? Baldur's... How dare I forget? Gate 3. There we go. Another 2 minutes. I think that was perfect time. And there we go. Back over here. So you guys... Oh, my tabs. My tabs are all over the shelf. You guys have a think about what's going to go by here. On this top row up here. Dang, it's 50-50. It's 50-50 right now. Origins is the best one, but I don't know that it is aged that well. That's another fair point as well, HBJ. I do like Dragon Age a lot too. Origins especially. Inquisition is also not terrible. I really like Inquisition. There's things that I don't like about it. Those stupid star map puzzles. Sod that, right? I just looked up the answers every time. And it can get a bit like... you know, you've got that scan button, which like highlights important items around you. You pretty much walk around constantly tapping that, I found. But I really like Inquisition a lot. I really enjoyed that game. But yeah, okay, all right. We've got. Do you want to see the? Oh, we still got time. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Origins has been a long old time since I played as well. You know, so maybe I'm looking at it a bit through rose-tinted glasses. Maybe it hasn't aged all that well. But I agree with you entirely, HBJ. I agree with you entirely. Dragon Age, I love that game, but I think Baldur's Gate is just far superior. Far superior, and it's probably a lot to do with you know, modern technology against Dragon Age was probably kind of like a Baldur's Gate of its time in a way, you know. Colleen, I enjoy Dragon Age 2. I'll leave now. Look, I don't mind Dragon Age 2. I don't think it's like awful. It's definitely the worst out of the three, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's got its moments. I enjoyed my first playthrough of it. I certainly did enjoy my first playthrough of number 2. Odd as well, because number 2 is the only numbered one. I know technically Origins is number 1 and Inquisition is number 3. Dragon Age 2 is the only one with a number in it. Right, we've got the results. Do you want to see? Weirdly enough, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same amount. So, there we go. Right, I think Baldur's Gate is going in instead of Dragon Age then. Tabs. There we are. The chat has spoken. Let's put you by there for now in the rejects, because we still got one more to discuss. Okay, Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, stupid tabs. There we go. Red Dead Redemption 2. I've never played it. I played number 1. Number 1's really cool. I never played number 1 to completion though, but I did really enjoy it. It's a really cool game. I know Red Dead 2 is a very different beast. Okay. It's very much more of like a simulation feel than... Simulation is probably not the right word, but it's less arcadey feeling than the first one, right? And some people say that's to its detriment, that it's too detailed. Some people really enjoy that and say like, yeah, look, it gets me more immersed and etc. But a few months back, for some reason, I was just like, do you know what? I really want to try that game. I wouldn't mind giving that. I think it was when I was like on my, you know, Skyrim survival, Fallout 4 survival, that kind of kick, you know, where I just wanted to like, you know, play like an immersive sim with all of these extra elements and extra challenge involved in it. And I was like, oh, I really wouldn't mind playing some Red Dead 2. I've never tried it before, but you know, I was just in the mood for something like that. So I picked it up on offer. I picked it up on Steam first of all, but I couldn't run it on my PC. So I got a refund. And I blew me away how because I've not been a PC gamer for very long, right? And it's been like, what, 2 years? Something like that. I couldn't get over how easy it actually was to get a refund for my purchase on Steam. It blew me away. But anyway, that's a side note. And it just so happened to be on sale on PlayStation as well. So I got the refund and I picked it up on PlayStation 5 instead. So I don't know if I've like got the same kind of itch to play it as I did before, but I'm still intrigued. I'm still really intrigued. So, and you know, GTA 6 trailer that dropped yesterday, kind of relevant as well because it's a Rockstar game. So that's why I've put that there. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Whether you feel like something else should go there. Maybe you want to put Witcher back up there instead, or Dragon Age maybe. What are you saying, guys? What are you saying? HBJ, it's Grand Theft Horse. It's Grand Theft Horse. And you do get a horse, right? Can you name your horse in Red Dead 2? Because you know exactly what we're calling our horse if you get to name your horse. Even if you don't, I'm going to call him John Bon Pony anyway. John Bon Pony is always going to be my horse in video games. Let's put some John Bovies in the chat. John Bon Pony. I got a few more as well. I got some other good ones. If you were a Canadian, you could call your horse Maple Stirrup. Edgar Allan Pony. Britney Spears. I'm here all night. I'm here all night. Wait, that's a cow. John Bovine Jovi. I gotcha. I didn't see what you said at first, Cuckoo. That is a cow, though, buddy. That is a cow. Living on a mare. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love horse puns. I love horse puns. They crack me up. They crack me up. Honestly. Honestly. But, I did have more as well. I just can't think off the top of my head.
This is my favorite stream.
Way. Thanks, Goop. Thanks for that. We will get. I just wanted if you weren't here earlier to hear every single game on this list, even the ones down here at the bottom, we're gonna play at some point in time. Okay, it's just that what we're gonna do with this poll, which is gonna be between the 5 up the top. It's gonna be deciding what we're gonna play when we hit 300 followers. Basically, and you guys are gonna pick, because I'm gonna put up a poll everywhere I can, basically, and then add all the results together, and that's how you guys are gonna pick. You guys are gonna pick what I play for 300 followers, essentially. My horse grew up and joined the Navy. Oh, they crack me up, honestly. Horse jokes, horse puns. They're just the best. They're just the best. I don't know why I find them so funny, but I do. I really do. But, alright. Red Dead 2? We all for Red Dead 2? Or yay? Or nay? I'm sorry. Oh dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear. You know what? We've done alright time-wise today. We've almost made it to an hour. I honestly didn't know how long this would take, or how long it would take to talk about things. But we know we've done alright. We've got a good time out of tonight. Right, I'm gonna have to put my foot down soon, chat. If you're not gonna say anything about Red Dead 2, then it's gonna stay where it is. So speak now or forever hold your peace, chat. As they say, because right now that's looking like the final 5 games that are going in the poll up the top there. So that's what we're saying, right? That's what we're saying. Do you know what? Just for funsies, let's make one last poll, okay? And this time we'll make it between everything that's left. So what was it? We've got Red. Oop, I can't spell. Dead 2. Dragon Age. What was the other one? Witcher 3. Right, this is for the final spot, chat, okay? So there we go. Oh, tab. There we are. That's how we'll decide on the final one. That's how we'll decide. I'm surprised none of you. Surprised that nobody actually came up with any suggestions, because we can always put extra in here. You know, if there was anything, because I'm probably forgetting stuff myself. And probably there's so many. Honestly, I've got so many games in my backlog, and there's always going to be games to play. I've always said this: we'll never be short of video games to play. Never, ever, ever. Will we be short of video games to play? We'll never run out. Have you heard of that Lords of the Fallen game? I have, yeah, I have. The original and the new one. It's that Dark Souls, it's Dark Souls-like, right? I have heard of that. I have heard of that. I was keeping an eye on it because I thought, whatever, right? It's just another Souls clone. But then, sorry, I got hair on my microphone. But then they had this like really I found out about this really interesting mechanic that's in it that reminded me. Does anyone remember a game called Soul Reaver on the PlayStation 1? And then Soul Reaver 2 was on PlayStation 2, I think. Where in that game, you were like a dead vampire who was resurrected, and you become like this new creature that ate souls. You were the Soul Reaver. So, title. You were called Raziel. Legacy of Cain, that's the one. You had like 2 timelines. You had the Blood Omens that followed Cain, who was the boss vampire, right? And then you had the spin-offs with Raziel, who he got resurrected after Cain killed him, and he was the Soul Reaver. But they had a mechanic in that game where you went to like the spirit realm and the physical realm. And if you died in the physical realm, it would boot you to the spiritual realm, and then you had to build up your souls to merge back. Well, the new Lords of the Fallen has got a similar mechanic, reminds me of that game, where you hold up a lamp, and it'll show you like the dead world, and they incorporate like puzzles into it and stuff like that. Like there might be a bridge that you can't cross, but then you cross over into the dead world, and it'll show you a way in which you can get across. And I thought that was really interesting. It really perked my interest. It reminded me a lot of Soul Reaver as well. Soul Reaver was a badass game. Bring it back. That game. Imagine that game got like rebooted now as a Souls-like. How sick would that be? And personally, I think that would be amazing, but they won't do it, right? They won't do it. Yeah, Soul Reaver was awesome. Was such a good game. Right, the poll's over, and in a surprise turn of events, bear with, hold on. View results. Dragon Age with 100% of the votes. So, that means then Red Dead's got to come out, right? Red Dead's going to come out, and we're going to put Dragon Age back in. That's a shocker. Oh. Tabs all over the shop. That's a shocker. Lizard, what's up? How are we doing, Lizard? Happy Big Tuesday. Let me give you a shout out as well. Morgan's here as well. Oh, dang. Is this a party?
Yeah, it's hot
Have
and
we
ready.
got a party going on?
It's hot and ready.
It's hot and
Here,
it's
How is
wait,
everyone?
hold it. You want to tag
I
me
hear,
out? Like, what?
I hear multiple
on.
people in this clip.
Hold it.
This is Clipception.
That tears it. You want to go?
hey.
It's a big party going on. Dang, what's this? What's this game?
I'm just standing there menacingly like, baguette, baguette, baguette.
Baguette? That's funny. That's so funny. That reminds me, does anyone, it's a British thing, so I wouldn't be surprised if no one's ever heard of it. Anyone ever heard of a show called Father Ted? There's a character in that called Mrs. Doyle, and she just she'll come in with a like tea set, and she'll be like, "Do you have a cup of tea, Father?" And they're like, "Oh no, thank you." And she's like, "Go on." It's like, "No, really, I'm okay." It's like, "Go on." No, it's okay, Mrs. Doyle. Go on. And then they just go, "Okay, I'll have a cup of tea." It reminds me of that. Baguette. How are we doing, everyone? It's nice to see you, Morgan. How are you? Been a little while, right? And happy Big Tuesday, everyone. Happy Big Tuesday, Lizard. That game was called like Lemon Cake or something. I like it. I like that name. That's a good name for a game. Let's go and play Lemon Cake. 'Tis a good day. It is a good day, right? It is a good day. Do you know what though? Today I was exhausted. I woke up pretty late anyway. I woke up about 10 a.m. and I thought, okay, cool. That's great. I'll just have my morning coffee, right? And then I'll get on with things. So I had my morning coffee. Meandered about a bit, watched some random stuff on YouTube. And right after my coffee, this is the odd thing about it. Right after I had caffeine, I felt so tired. I had to nap again, and then I napped until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was really, really weird. I must have just been proper exhausted. Baguette? Thank you for finding it amusing. It was amusing. It was good. That's a good clip. I love that. I like that clip. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. Everyone who just got here, okay, let me just explain what's going on here. We had some games here in this chart, right? We could always add more as well by typing up here. But we're quickly approaching the 300 follower mark. So what I wanted to do for that is come up with a poll of games that you guys might like to see me play. And I haven't had any suggestions yet, but I started off with these 8, okay, and the top 5 on the top row were going to be, we were going to decide and lock in 5 games to go in the poll, which I'm going to put up on Twitter, on YouTube, and we're going to do, we might do 1 or 2 here in the chat as well, depending on how it goes. I'll add together all of the results, and then that's the game we're going to play for 300 followers. And we've done a couple of polls in the chat today as well to decide what's going up in that top row there. But I think Oblivion's pretty self-explanatory. Dragon's Dogma I've had in my backlogs is probably the PS3 days. Enter the Gungeon is by far the game I get most recommended to play. Dragon Age, I felt like I wanted to play that for a few reasons. It's been a long time. I want to try it out on PC with mouse and keyboard. And also in honor of our good friend Bam. Okay, we don't really know what happened to Bam, but hopefully wherever he is, he's doing okay. And then Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's Gate is flipping amazing. I love that game. And I can get it to work now as well, which is brilliant. These two, I never played The Witcher, but I've always only ever heard good things. Red Dead I picked up recently because I never played it, but I really fancied it. Now Mass Effect is probably the odd one out because I adore these games to bits, right? But when I do play through these games, I want to do it figure out a way of doing it in such a way where it can be more interactive with you guys in the chat, which I haven't quite figured out just yet. So that one's not for the poll, but just to be clear as well, all of these games that you see here, we're going to be playing at some point. We're going to be playing at some point in the future. All we're going to determine today is what was going in the poll to play as soon as we hit 300 follows. And that's separate from the 50 gift sub thing. The 50 gift sub was a deal was something I promised you if we could do it before January. We're 10 away. So it's very doable. It's very doable. If we hit it before January, my wallet's going to be extremely upset. But it's fine. I'm a man of my word. I am a man of my word, if nothing else. Morgan, I would love to see you do BG3. I would love to play BG3. I've been able to play it again recently. I had some trouble launching it on my PC, but I figured it out. And I flipping love that game. I haven't beat it yet either, though. But I think I've got a decent grasp of how to play the game. So I would love to play that on stream. But I'll let you know when the polls go up. There'll be one on YouTube, one on Twitter, and we might do a couple in the chat, depending on it. But I'll add all of the results together, and that's how we'll figure out what we're going to play. These look like some pretty great options. Indeed. Usually, I'm using Topsters here. Usually people use this format to come up with a list of their greatest games of all time. But I figured, this will work nicely for what we're doing today, right? It's a nice little visual thing, which makes things a lot easier, I guess. A lot easier indeed. And just to disclose it again as well, we are recording today. I'm going to pop this up on YouTube in the next day or two as well. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you want you want to suggest something or have some input, because you're important too. All right. You guys out there who watch my videos, my VODs on YouTube, you're important too. Pop something down in the comments, right? And I'll read through them as well, and I'll consider everything that's said down there as well. But I think we've decided here between us tonight, guys. These are the final three. Final three? I can't count, clearly. The final five, sorry. Final five. BG3 is such a good one. Very story-driven, and you will do well with those. Big time commitment, but also Gungeon is great but hard. My vote goes to Red Dead Redemption 2, Baldur's Gate 3, or Mass Effect. Final 3 plus 2 more. We'll play everything that's there eventually. Mass Effect, though, I'm going to look into crowd control, because I hear it's on there. And when we do get... I love Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. They're very near and dear to my heart, that trilogy. And I've been thinking about it so much the last few weeks. I just haven't been able to stop thinking about Mass Effect. But I want to make it a really interactive experience where basically the chat picks everything I do. From whether we play as male or female shepherds, the class that we pick, dialogue options, renegade, paragon. The only thing that's tripping me up, though, is when you get past number 1, 2, and 3, you've got almost quick time events that can pop up, depending on whether you've got enough paragon or renegade points, where it'll be a trigger pull. I think it's right for paragon, left for renegade. But if there's an option for one or the other, they'll pop up on screen for a second or two, and it's very reactionary. And that's the thing that I don't know how to integrate into choice. And it can be really important as well. It can have a profound effect on how the whole trilogy turns out. It can even decide whether characters live or die, so you gotta... I don't know how to... I haven't figured that one out yet. But apparently it's on crowd control, so I'll look into crowd control and see what that does. Nito, what's up, buddy? How are you, buddy? Happy Big Tuesday. What's up? Let's give you a shout out, my friend. Yo, gaming. No gaming today, buddy. We're talking about gaming today.
You like that?
What's going on in this clip, dude?
Gonna step on you. On the curb, please.
Oh dear, pardon me. Oh, that was hilarious. Fair play, guys. There's been some funny clips today. You guys are funny on a Tuesday, huh? Somebody made fan out of me as a chicken. They do call you chicken boy sometimes, right, Nito? Is there something I've missed? Is there like chicken lore there? Have you got some chicken lore that I'm unaware of? I'm only funny on Tuesday. That's not true, Morgan. I know you're fibbing. I know for a fact you're fibbing. You've made me laugh on other days as well. You've made me laugh on other days. Chuckle like this. Ho hum. Nito. Yeah, yeah, because you have 15 chickens at home. That's awesome. Look, guys, I'm gonna low-key let you in on a little dream of mine, right? One day, I want to, right, have a little greenhouse, grow a couple of vegetables, and own a couple of chickens. Maybe like 2, nothing over the top. I want to do that one day. One day, that is my dream. It's not. You may think it's not much of a dream, but a lot of my dreams have died over the years. Okay, I failed to achieve multiple dreams. So let me hold on to that little one. One day I'll grow a few vegetables and own a couple of chickens. Not 15 like Nito. I don't want it. I'm not a Ferrari. I can't go from 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. Do you know what I mean? 1 or 2 to begin with, and see how that goes. I have no idea. I'll be learning on the fly. But that's something I want to do. That's awesome, though, that you got chickens. That's really, really cool. It's a nice dream, though. Simple but nice. Absolutely, right? Sometimes it's the little things in life, The little things in life can really lift you up and make you smile, But never mind. Right. Not to get too deep. Not to get too deep. Right, guys. Are we happy with everything that we see here in this top row? Ignore everything below. Okay. It's the top row that really matters. Like I know I keep repeating this, but every game here, from Witcher, Mass Effect, everything you see in front of you here on this screen, including these 3 down here, we will play. We will play whether it's in the near future or the very, very distant future. Everything here we're going to get around to. I promise you that, okay? Like I keep saying, we will never, ever run out of video games to play on this channel. That I can promise you. There's always something that we can play. And everything on this board here is going to get played at some point. It's just that these 5 at the top are what we're going to be picking between for 300 followers. I won't do it this week because we're halfway through the week practically, right? Maybe next week. We'll throw up a poll on Twitter. I'll put it up on YouTube as well. And then during the week then, maybe all through that week we'll do a poll every stream. I'll add all of the results together then. That way then, as many people who come in for various different things, maybe they only come in for a certain game in the week, everyone then has a chance to vote then. And then we can, I'll reveal the results. We'll give it like a week, right? I think the week is the maximum you can do on Twitter. So then we should know. Nito, what is this, by the way? Oh, today we're really, really close to 300 followers. Okay, we're 10 away currently, and this year I made a promise that if we could make it to 300 followers before January, then I will gift 50 gift subs. But that's just the gift sub deal, right? If we regardless of when we hit 300 followers, if it's before January, if it's in January, if it's in February, if it's in March, if it's in April, whenever it happens, we're going to play one of those games there on the top row. And today, we were just having a chat, deciding what games were going to go in the poll. And we've landed on these 5 up top. So that poll will probably start next week now. Probably on Monday. Monday, or it'll be 7 days, right? So why don't we do, maybe I'll do it Saturday, and then we can announce it the following Saturday then. How does that sound? But yeah, that's the purpose of the stream today. Because I like to give you guys a choice, right? And you guys come here frequently. You're kind enough to follow me, spend your precious time here with me, watching me play video games. So let's give you the choice on what we do next. And you've spoken. I think Oblivion was like, I still think Oblivion's gonna like gonna walk away with it. Personally, I still think that's the case. I think Oblivion's just gonna walk away with it. Which is fine. I'm really happy to play any of these games that you see in front of me, because we will at some point anyway. Even if even the ones that didn't get in the poll, they'll be on the channel at some point. Don't worry about that. If you really wanted one of these in the poll but it didn't make it, it'll show up at some point. Another thing, there's another couple of things as well. I'm gonna think of something to do for Christmas, because it's Christmas this month. Can you believe that? It's actually Christmas this month. And what was the other thing? Oh, I thought we were gonna like beat Liza P last week. I thought that was like a given, but it's still ongoing. That's a game that keeps on giving. After Liza P, I think we might jump back into Dark Souls 3 and finish the DLC, because we didn't do any of the DLC, right? And leaving that unfinished is kind of like having an itch that I can't scratch, if that makes sense. Choco plays, oh cool. So yeah. Another thing as well, while I've got you, and before I forget, the Game Awards are on Thursday. Do you want to watch that together? Do you want to hang out and watch the Game Awards? on stream. Because I think it's 7:30 Eastern, which means it's on Friday morning for me at midnight. But that's no problem. I'll stay up. I'll be happy to stay up. I'll get some beverages in, right? And we'll watch it together if you guys want to. I'll stay up and watch it with you guys, and we'll make it for Fallout Fridays as well. Even though I'll be staying up late, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I'd be happy to do that. So, what do you guys think? Let me know. Would you like to hang out? And it'll be Thursday for most of you, but for me, it'll be Friday morning. It's on at midnight, Friday morning. There might be something cool there. Who knows? Like, has anyone seen those postcards that Sega's been sending out to people? To like all the like big YouTubers and that. There's loads of Sega. They've been sending out little postcards saying, "Tune in to the Game Awards." Whee! Gotta go fast. Well, let me know, guys. Let me go. Let me know what you want to do, because I'd be happy to do that. It's fun when we react to these showcases and stuff. So I figured this year, why not watch the Game Awards, right? There could be some good reveals there. But you'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know. Right, okay. Should we see who's knocking about and do a little raid? What are we saying? What are we saying? Who's online? How long do the Game Awards last usually? Good question. Good question. Oh, dang. Sorry. Hold on. I forgot my tabs. Hold on. I am sorry about that. I totally forgot that that's what I was on. Alright, let's go back over to Twitch. There we go. How long are the Game Awards usually? They're on for a while, right? Megaception. Sorry about that, everyone. I didn't mean to do that. I forgot that I had my tab open on OBS. That was completely my bad. How long are they? They're a long time. They're a long time. Pardon me as well. I'm a burpy baby. They're a long time. A good few hours. I don't know precisely. I can find out though. I can find out and I'll let you know. Who are we gonna go and raid on, guys? What are we saying? We got a few homies online tonight. We may as well raid out, right? Share the love. Let's see. Right, I'm gonna say some games. You tell me what you want to see. We've got right. Do you want to see Dead by Daylight, Like a Dragon Ishin, Baldur's Gate 3, or Streets of Rage 4? How do those sound? I'm really sorry about your eyes, guys. I completely forgot that I was on my internet tabs. My bad. Excuse me. No? Alright. I'll make an executive decision then, I think. Ishin. Alright, Ishin. We got one for Ishin. I'm fine with anything. Slap Happity is also on. Is she? Why is she not on my list? I follow Slap Happity. Oh, there she is. Dang, I'm blind. I'm completely blind. Do you know what? Let's go and see Slap Happity. That's a good shout. I don't think I've ever raided Slap before. So this is this will be a good chance to raid. Let me give her a shout out at first, okay? Just in case anyone isn't familiar with Slap Happity. If you get left behind in the raid, copy paste the name, and that's where we're gonna be hanging out, okay? I can't believe I didn't see that.
Oh my goodness. Chicken wing, wing, hot dog, and bologna, chicken and macaroni. What is that? What is that, Ash? Is that like a song or something?
Oh, dang. Right, okay. So that's where we're going to be going hanging out. She's playing The Sims, right? Let me load up that raid, okay? And we'll say our goodbyes. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow, right? We'll be playing Liza P tomorrow. And I'm... Like last week, I was like, I'm pretty sure we're nearly done with this game. We've got to be near the end. And it just kept on going. It's not a bad thing, because that game's excellent. That's one of my favorite games of this year. I think if I were to pick my top 3 right now, number 1 would be Baldur's Gate, 2 would be Armored Core, and 3 would be Lies of P. It's a brilliant game. But who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Maybe we beat the game. Maybe we're nowhere near the end. I just don't know. It seems to keep on giving. Choco Play. So Dark Souls 3 will take over Lies of P once that's finished. I think so. I think that's where we're going to go because... we beat Dark Souls 3, but it was right before Lies of P came out, so I didn't get a chance to play any of the DLC. And the DLC for Dark Souls 3 is really good as well. So I think that's what we'll move over to when Lies of P is done. We'll go back to Dark Souls 3, starting with the Painted World, and then we'll do the Ring City as well. I don't think I ever beat the Ring City. I think I got to the last boss, and that's not including Medea either. The Ring City was like... It's tough. It's pretty tough. But we'll do the Painted World, I think. That's what I've been thinking anyway. That's what I've been thinking. Let me know if that's a good shout or not, if you agree or not. I guess you're on board, Choco Place. Looks like you're on board. It is quite tough, especially the nights. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's been a long old time since I played the DLCs as well. So it'll be pretty cool to go back to them. And it would be nice to wrap that up, because at the moment it feels a little unfinished. Even though we beat the Solar Cinder eventually, we've still got those DLCs to do. So I think that might be the way to go after Lies with P. Lies of P, sorry. But yeah, pencil that in. Pencil that in for now. That's probably what we're going to do after Lies of P, though. But anyway, thanks for coming to hang out today, guys, okay? Thanks for your input. And helping me decide what we're going to do next when it comes to 300 follows. I know we're not quite there yet. We're so close. We're 10 away, okay? But I don't think it's too premature to say thank you so much, okay? Thank you so much for following, for tuning in, for liking my streams, for hanging out with me, and for being my friends as well, okay? I really appreciate all of you. I can't believe we're almost there, but I'm sure it's going to happen very, very soon. So looking forward to that. And look,
I'm Commander Shep, and this is my favorite stream on Twitch.
Thank you, Goop. Thank you, Goop. But guys, look, stick with me, all right? And we're gonna have some fun together. I can promise you that much, okay? I haven't even hit my stride yet. That I can promise you. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for Lies of P, okay? And take care of yourselves, and also take care of each other, okay? That's really, really important too. But that's a good night from me for now. We're going to go and hang out with Slap Happity. Let me jump in her stream a second. There we are, right there, okay. Pulling the trigger on that raid now. And that's a good night from me. So peace out, Nosta. Bye-bye.
Impossible, see the invisible. Row, row, wipe the